Hi guys, welcome to Know Math. My name is Sir Bench Antonio, and today we will discuss illustration of quadratic equation. This lesson is intended for high school mathematics, especially for grade 9 students. If you are not yet subscribed on my channel, please hit like and subscribe for more of my videos. So before we start, I would like to show you some equations that we need to identify which of these is a quadratic or not quadratic. So before we can identify those equation, let us discuss first what quadratic equation is. A quadratic equation in one variable is a mathematical sentence of degree 2. Also, it is called a second degree equation. This can be written in the standard form of ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, and c are all real numbers, and the highest exponent that we can see is 2. If the exponent if the highest exponent is greater than 2 or less than 2, it is not a quadratic equation. Let us go back to the problems that we have, to the equations that I showed you a while ago. So for us to identify, again, the highest exponent that we must see is 2. For the first example, we have here x squared minus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. The highest exponent is 2. Therefore, it is a quadratic equation. Number 2, 9r squared minus 25 is equal to 0. There's the highest exponent of 2. Therefore, it is a quadratic equation. Number 3, 2s plus 3t is equal to negative 7. The highest exponent is 1, as we have here, or as it is a first degree equation, so it is not a quadratic equation because quadratic equation is a second degree equation. Next, number 4, 8k minus 3 is equal to 12. There's no exponent of 2, or the highest exponent is only 1. Again, this is a first degree equation, so this is not a quadratic equation. Number 5, x cubed plus 3x is equal to 8. The highest exponent is 3, that is greater than 2. So this is not a quadratic equation. 4m squared minus 4m plus 1 is equal to 0 for number 6. So we can see that the highest exponent is 2, therefore it is a quadratic equation. Number 7, 6p minus q is equal to 10. It is a first degree equation as the highest exponent is 1, so this is not a quadratic equation. And the last number, number 8, 9 minus 4x is equal to 15. It is not a quadratic equation as the highest exponent is 1 and it is a first degree equation. Again, the quadratic equation is a second degree equation where the highest exponent is 2. There are some equations that we might say that it is a quadratic equation on the first look. But if we're going to simplify the equation and change it into the standard form of a quadratic equation of ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, we will now identify if the given equation, even if the highest exponent that we can see is 2, if it is not quadratic or quadratic. So let us check the example number 1. Let us change it first to the standard form by transposing 4 to the other side of the equation, that we have negative r squared plus 25r minus 4 is equal to 0. So as we can see, the highest exponent is 2. Therefore, this is a quadratic equation. On example number 2, we might say that it is a quadratic equation as we can see that the highest exponent is 2. But if we are to simplify this and change it into the standard form of a quadratic equation, we will realize that it is not a quadratic equation. How? Let us simplify. Multiply first by distributive property. We have 3x squared times x, we have 3x cubed. 3x squared times positive 2 is positive 6x. And let us transpose negative 7 as we have plus 7. And then equate it to 0. So as we can see, the highest exponent is 3. Therefore, number 2 is not a quadratic equation. Okay? Number 3, let us simplify and change it into the standard form by using the FOIL method. D minus 3 squared is also D minus 3 multiplied by D minus 3. By using the FOIL method, we have D squared minus 6D plus 9 is equal to 0. So therefore, we have the highest exponent of 2, and this is a quadratic equation. Number 4, let us simplify now the square that we have. We have y squared plus 1 squared, and that is y squared plus 1 times y squared plus 1 minus 5. So that will become y squared plus 1 times y squared plus 1. Using FOIL method, we have y to the fourth plus 2y squared plus 1. Then minus 5 is equal to 0. And plus 1 minus 5, that will give us minus 4. And if you have observed, the highest exponent is 4. So therefore, this is not a quadratic equation. Number 5. So if you can observe, there's no exponent as the highest degree is 1. But if we're going to use the FOIL method, or if we're going to change it into the standard form, we can see that it is a quadratic equation. So w minus 1 times w plus 4, that will give us w squared plus 3w minus 4 is equal to 0. The highest exponent is 2 by using the FOIL method. Therefore, number 5 is a quadratic equation. Okay, so observe first if the given is transformable into into the standard form of quadratic equation for you to identify if the given equation is a quadratic or not quadratic. Another important thing that we need to understand or we need to know in studying quadratic equation is to find the values or to identify the values of the given a, b, and c from the standard form of ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So we need to identify the a value, the b value, and the c value. Let us have some example. So we have here 3x minus 2x squared is equal to 7 for example number 1. So the first thing that we need to do is to um, change it into the standard form of quadratic equation by transposing positive 7 to the other side. That will give us 3x minus 2x squared minus 7 is equal to 0. And then arrange it from the a, b, c, or from the highest exponent up to the constant term. So we have negative 2x squared plus 3x minus 7 is equal to 0. In this case, we have now the values of a, b, and c. That our a value is negative 2, b is positive 3, and letter C is negative 7. Do not forget the sign. It is included on the values of the given A, B, and C. Okay? Let us try number 2. Number 2 is 3x multiplied by x plus 4 and equal to negative 11. So for us to do that, we need to use the distributive property to simplify the given equation and change it into the standard form. So 3x times x, we have 3x squared. 3x times 4, we have 12x is equal to negative 11. And then we can now, this is 12x. And then we can now transpose negative 11, and that will become 3x squared plus 12x plus 11 is equal to 0. So in this case, we can now have the values of A, your B, and C. The A value is positive 3, the B value is positive 12, and we have positive 11 for letter C. Let us check for example number 3. In example number 3, we all know that if we have the square of binomial, we can change it into a perfect square trinomial. Okay? So, x plus 8 squared can be written as x plus 8 times x plus 8. Using the FOIL method, we can now have x times x squared. X times 8x is 8x. 8x times 8 or x is 8x again. 8 times 8 is 64. That is equal to 0. Let us combine the like terms, and that will give us 16x. So therefore, we have x squared plus 16x plus 64 is equal to 0. With this, we can now have the value of A, B, and C. The A value, if we do not have, we all know that if we do not have a numerical coefficient on the given variable, it is always 1. So the value of A is 1. Letter B, we have 16. Letter C, we have positive 64. Those are the values of A, B, and C. Let us check number 4. Number 4, we have here binomials that we need to use the FOIL method for us to answer or for us to identify the values of A, B, and C. We have 2x minus 1 times x minus 1 is equal to 0. So let us multiply first the first term, 2x times x, we have 2x squared. And then the outer term, we have 2x times negative 1, we have minus 2x. Next is the inner terms. We have negative 1 times x, we have negative x. And then the last term, we have negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1 equals to 0. Again, let us combine like terms that will give us negative 3x. As negative 2x minus x, we have here an imaginary 1. So negative 2 plus negative 1 is negative 3x. And then bring down 2x squared plus 1 is equal to 0. In this case, we have now the A value of 2, B is negative 3, and C is positive 1. Alright? And also for number 5, the same case like example number 4, we need to use the FOIL method for us to identify the A, B, C values. So, I'm sorry, this is X. It is not W. Okay? So, let us use the FOIL method. X times X, we have X squared. X times positive 6, we have positive 6X. Negative 5 times X is negative 5X. And negative 5 times positive 6 is negative 30. We have negative 1 on the other side of the equal sign. So in that case, we need to combine like terms. We have negative 6x minus 5x is positive x. We have x squared minus 30, then transpose negative 1 as we have plus 1. Then equate it to 0. Let us combine the constant terms. We have x squared plus x minus 29 as negative 30 plus 1, that will give us negative 29 equals to 0. A value now is 1. We do not have a coefficient. Automatically, that is 1. Letter B is also 1. We do not have numerical coefficient also. And letter C is negative 29. So that is how we're going to identify the values of A, B, and C. Okay, and that is all for the illustration of quadratic equation. And I have this math challenge for you guys. Alright, for the math challenge, if A is equals to, B equals negative 4, and C equals negative 12, what is the quadratic equation in standard form? So it is just like a reverse of the questions given the standard form, finding the values of A, B, and C. In this case, it is given, or the values of A, B, and C are given. So we need to form a quadratic equation. If you know the answer, guys, just comment down below. And if you are not yet subscribed on my channel, do not forget to hit like and subscribe for more of my videos. Thank you so much, guys.